everyone, so today I'm going to talk to you about something a lot of people miss when they are starting to clean out their bodies, get healthy, want to have more life and vitality, and it's colon health. And I'll talk to you today about the different types of ways that you can support and clean your colon and the ones that I recommend. So why do we need to clean the colon? So if you think about the plaque on your teeth, the plaque that builds up on our teeth, imagine not cleaning your teeth for however old you are. Say you're 50, you've never cleaned your teeth. Imagine the plaque. Well, that's happening in your colon. All the plaque, and it's like tire rubber, builds up in the walls of the colon. So imagine this is a healthy colon, and these are the walls of the colon. And all of the things that are passing through there can get through very easily. That's what should happen in a healthy colon. But if you haven't taken time to clean the colon out, what happens over the years is the plaque will start to build up around these walls of the colon. And also little pockets of that waste get stuck in the colon and can be there for years, guys. I'll tell you a story about that in a minute. And so what happens is that the plaque will build up, and then your colon is much smaller. So for everything to move through, it doesn't move through with ease like it should. It takes a lot longer, and it can get stuck, as I said. So what happens when it gets stuck? You're either fermenting or putrefying. If you're eating meat, you're putrefying that food, and all the toxins from there are going out into your bloodstream. And this is what makes you sick, this is what ages you, and it can be so easily remedied by taking care of the colon. So the place where I run my retreats, they told me this story, which I want to share with you. There was a guy here who had been vegetarian for 30 years, and he decided to do a colonic. And his very first colonic, a piece of meat came out. So that had been lodged in his colon wall for 30 years. It could have been 40 if he ate the piece of meat 10 years before. That's what can happen if you don't clean out. Now, all of the toxins coming out of that is going into the bloodstream and causing, all sorts of havoc. So this is why it's so important to clean. And there are ways to clean. I want to talk to you today about ways that I recommend. There are two types of colonic hydrotherapy sessions that you can book. The one I recommend is called the closed system. With the closed system, you're with a practitioner, they're here with you, they're going to guide you through, they'll massage you if you have any sort of blockages, they'll feel it, they'll be able to massage it so that it can move through and out. And there's no smell, it's very professional, but you feel so much lighter after. I had a lady on one of my retreats that has been here a couple of years in a row, and her first retreat, she said to me, "Oh Norma, I don't want to do the colonic thing." And I said, "Oh no, you have to do the colonic thing. It's the most important part of the whole retreat." And when she came out after that first colonic, she shouted at the top of her voice, "I've lost 3 kilos. So what was the 3 kilos that she lost in that colonic? It was all that crap that was stuck in there. So that's why it's very important. The other type of colonic hydrotherapy is called the open system, and that is it's like a big bath, and it's got a lid on it kind of thing, and then you sit on it, and then you put the tube in yourself. You're on your own for this one, and you can still see what's coming through the tube as you can with the other one. But I prefer the closed one. I think it's more professional. Also, if you don't know what you're doing, you could put too much water in there and cause a little bit of pain, and maybe even worse. Look, if I had a choice, I would definitely choose the closed one. If I didn't have a choice, I would certainly do an open one over not doing them. But you want someone there that knows what they're doing. And the closed system seems to get a lot more out in one session because you've got the practitioner there. It's also a different kind of pressure system with a machine that they use. So that's definitely my go-to when I want to do a colonic. If you cannot get to a clinic to do something like that, then there is a product that I recommend. I've done a video on this. It's on my YouTube channel. I think it might be on Instagram and TikTok as well. It's called Quenda, Q-E-N-D-A. It's like a colonic in a jar. So if you just can't get to do a colonic or just can't afford it, then get yourself a tub of that and start and clean that stuff out. because as it accumulates, this is where the body gets congested, like my video yesterday, and this is where sickness and disease comes in. I'm going to share another story with you. There's a wonderful lady that I went to years ago in Noosa. She's called Lighten Up Wellness. She's an amazing colonic hydrotherapist. And I think I did 2 therapy sessions and some parasites came out and I was horrified. And I was embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, and I'm so clean. And she said, no. She said, everybody's got them. I said, anyone not ever had them in all your years? She said, one person. She was a born vegan turned fruitarian. Didn't have a parasite. But the rest of us have, and we have to deal with them. So the story is that this guy went to her. He had a brain tumor. And he was told that the medical system couldn't do anything for him. So he went to this lovely lady and she started doing colonics with him. And this is what the topic was about. And I'm not sure if it was number 28 or number 48 of his colonics that a nest of parasites came out. The nest of parasites, guys, was his brain tumor. And this is very common apparently. These little tumours are all sorts of things in there, but anyway, as he was cleaning his body, because he wouldn't have just have been doing the colonics, he would have been doing the juices and everything if he was under her care. That whole nest of parasites that was his tumour came out, and then he was fine. So can you imagine spending a little bit of money on getting some colonics and eating better rather than going through he might have went through surgery and all the pain and everything like that, and all he needed to do was clean the body. This is what I'm telling you guys. It's so important to clean your body. So the colon is number 1. You really, really have to clean that, because if you do all the other things that I suggest, like juicing and fasting sometimes and doing the yoga to move it all through and everything, if you do all that, you don't do the colonics, it's either going to take a lot longer and you're never going to get to the depths of health and wellness that you can with the colonics. So that's my little topic for today, colonic health. If you have any comments, put them in the comment section. And as always, if you need support, you can book a consultation or one of my retreats through my link tree or my website. Have a great day.